Hey everyone, welcome back to another Ragnarok M classic video. So some people are asking how I earn my Zeny. Well, there's really nothing special on my way to earn some Zeny, but I'm seeing comments about this more often, so I will just make a short video about it. By the way guys, I will only share the things that I do every week or every day for farming Zeny, because there are really many ways to earn Zeny here, and some are forbidden and can make your account banned. And obviously, I will not tackle any of that since I'm a content creator that participates in Ragnarok M Classic official content creator events. And obviously, we are forbidden to do or make contents about game exploits, so if you're looking for that kind of tricks, then sadly, this video is not for you. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. The first thing is, of course, offline grinding. I do my daily grind here in the Time Garden, and my usual target is the parasites. This is not the best spot if your goal is to get as many raw Zeny as possible. Right now, the spot that generates most raw Zeny is the magic paper in Sunset Beach. My raw Zeny loot here is around 1.3 million every day, and if I sell the trash equipments, it can go up to 1.4 million Zeny. But it's not the Zeny why I'm farming here. The main reason is the loots from these monsters. As you can see, we can get rough illuminum here, which we can use for safe refining our gears. And if you want more Zeny, it can also be sold easily in exchange market. You can sell illuminum for 25,000 each, and based in my experience, this is much easier to sell than the Iridicon that we can get from magic pattern papers. As you can see, there's so much supply of Ordicon. There's 292,000 pieces that are on sale in the market, while the illuminum only has 55,000 pieces, so technically it's more likely to be sold much faster than Iridicon. But if I'm going to sell my loots from parasites, I will just sell them as rough illuminum. Apparently, rough illuminum is much faster because there's only 28,000 in exchange, and it's not only for gear refinement, but you can also use it for crafting and facility guild donations. Because of this, the demand on this item is much higher. The next one is MVP hunting. This is quite grindy, since you need to log once they spawned, but it can be rewarding if you get lucky. There are MVPs that drops equipment that can be sold in the market like this Orleans gloves from Rune. You can also get some headwear blueprints that can be very expensive depending on the demand. This is what I did in the beginning of the server. That time the equipment price is much higher, so even if you only get one, you will still earn a lot. But right now, the prices became much cheaper, but it's still a good way to earn some Zeny. Next is the Chaotic Invasion. This is just the same in MVP, but the drop rate is much higher. I farmed the Owl Baron here since the Spearfish and Monocle blueprint at that time was very expensive, and it's most likely snapping. But I think the Spearfish is not in demand anymore, and the Monocle blueprint price goes down because they released the Monocle headwear in the Battle of Cake. But yeah, you can still sell some of the equipments here, and aside from the equipment, you can also get a ton of rare materials here that you can sell or use on upgrading equipments and crafting headwear. Even though you cannot earn that much Zeny anymore, you can still save a lot of Zeny by not needing to buy those rare materials once you need them. It's not about how much you can earn, it's how much you can save. The next one is the Wind Fantasy instance. You can also convert your leftover gameplay time into Zeny by raiding this instance. Some of the materials here can be sold in the market. Plus, you can also get stone of all things that you can also use for upgrading gears and crafting headwears. But how can we determine the materials that can easily be sold in market? The first thing I'm doing is checking the market itself. You can see what materials are hot, like these materials. Basically, it means that the item is currently in demand, so a lot of players are buying these materials. It's also much better if there's an item that is snapping. This means that the item is very in demand, to the point that sometimes it's out of stock. You can also check the chart to see which items are getting expensive. If the price is getting higher, this means the demand is also going higher. The reason why some items are getting in demand is because of the events, and sometimes it's because of the Constellation Badge crafting materials. So you can also check them to know what materials are worth farming. The next one is the Rift instance. This is not that reliable, but if you have a merchant job, then it's definitely good for side income. This rift instance gives materials and elemental stones. These elemental stones can be converted to arrows and can be sold in the NPC. It also gives around 50,000 raw Zeny per raid, and some equipments that has refinement. And this equipments can also be sold in the NPC, and the price is based on its refinement level. It's not that much, but an income is an income. If you have a merchant class, then you will gain more Zeny. But I still don't have a merchant job, so I will just sell it using Rune. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully this answers your question. Also, please don't forget to give a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you, and see you on the next one.